Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, Sacred Earth Alliance of the Angelic Ground Crew of Planetary Liberation. We have a very powerful day today as we commence the wave spell of the Yellow Sun, of enlightenment and awakening of human consciousness. As we begin this new wave spell on the Mayan Tzolk'in calendar, we have more massive waves of higher energetics pumping into this realm. After the intense 80 Hz white blast yesterday, we had a timeline reset and recalibration with a minor blackout on the Schumann charts and then more pulses of fifth dimensional energy from the Most High, appearing on the Schumann charts at amplitudes of 27 Hz, 19 Hz, 44 Hz, and another whiteout blast at 87 Hz. This occurred at 13 UTC as we entered the 13th moon on the Mayan calendar. The divine feminine goddess codes are upgrading and transforming our DNA and the patterns of nature for our full quantum leap into Homo Luminous, beings of infinite light. The unconditional love of the Divine Mother and Father are flowing into this realm from the great central sun, preparing us for this powerful new moon tomorrow in the sign of Cancer. This new moon will catalyze our healing process to assist on our ascension journey. With this higher adamantine light particles inundating Pachamama and all her children, we are feeling this deep within our heart center as we anchor these frequencies deep into the crystalline core of Mother Earth. Everything is in alignment and right on divine timing for our galactic activation into the dawning of the new golden age of eternal bliss consciousness. As we realize our true nature and self-realization, we live in a state we call Buddhahood, which is an awakened presence of pure awareness, here now, in this body, where I always am, the physical vessel of the cosmos. This is the actualization of our embodiment in our oneness with Mother, Father, God. The golden rays of Christ consciousness are blazing Gaia and all her children with the light of 10,000 suns, for the great awakening that is upon us in this now. All guardians and protectors of Terra Nova Gaia are stationed and activated in their posts and portals for the merging of all timelines and dimensions in this still center, which is the kingdom of heaven, with the I Am presence of Source Creator. The sphere alliances are with us now to transmit the gnosis of that which is beyond our current understanding from within the unknown. We are in unprecedented times. This is the time as the dance of Shakti and Shiva become one in Heros Gamos, as the eagle flies with the Condor. All in shadow is brought to the light for the elevation of all sentient beings of the clear light of bliss. We are expanding out of our chrysalis as solar diamond Christed rainbow light bodies of heaven on earth. Aho! Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul White Gold Eagle from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have many powerful transmissions again for you today from our sacred New Earth scribes, so be sure to stick around to the very end and please do us a favor and share this video with your teams and tribes all over this realm. And we continue with the Sabian symbols right now. The moon is at 25 degrees, 34 minutes Gemini. The sun is at 6 degrees, 26 minutes Cancer. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 7 degrees Cancer. Two fairies, nature spirits, dance on a moonlit night. And the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 26 degrees Gemini. Winter frost in the woods from astrologyweekly.com. And from Divine Brother of the Light, Paramahansa Yogananda. This is the highest philosophy. Do not be afraid of anything. Even when tossing on a wave in a storm, you are still on the bosom of the ocean. Always hold on to the consciousness of God's underlying presence. Be of even mind and say, I am fearless. I am made of the substance of God. I am a spark of the fire of spirit. I am an atom of the cosmic flame. I am a cell of the vast universal body of the Father. I and my Father are one. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Divine Feminine 7777. The Cancer new moon is bringing positive energy our way. We are ending an important collective chapter, starting from a blank slate, and we are right before another take a leap of faith and jump into the unknown moment that will happen at the beginning of July with the Sirius gateway that will lead us to the 7-7 portal, pushing us further to raise the vibration of the planet. The Cancer new moon will cause heightened emotions, which means you might experience triggering and drama around you, as a lot of people won't be able to deal with what is coming up to be seen. The ones on a higher level of awareness will be able to stay calm within and not react. Bring yourself into balance and harmony and just observe. We will receive a lot of info that will help you continue the journey in a new way. The energy is going to help us push forward and go with the flow, open up to the new, not holding back because of the fear of the unknown. The new moon energy will help us follow our own vision of life and create the life we want, not blindly following others. Live your own truth and shine your light. And from Divine Butler of the Light, Jason Estes. Update. In a few hours, we will begin the harder part of the karma cleanse that is a major opportunity for us to review our life with forgiveness and kindness and let go of deep-seated patterns that are causing critical issues within us. Take this time to really reevaluate every choice you have ever made and meditate on your current goals and past outcomes. While this can be difficult as we are looking at everything with a newfound depth, it is going to be a huge gift for those who take the time to find their own way through it and resync up with your body as best you can, as it is a key point in this cleanse. Hugs. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Ramona Lappin. Expect miracles. Yesterday's whiteout was followed up by a blackout and reset. Now we're heading back to the Schumann resonance, blasting us, assisting us in unlocking our true diamond avatar self, ascension keys and codes and activations received fully now, with our diamond hearts and minds blasting wide open. Can you feel the massive shift that has taken place overnight yet? With another one unfolding now. We are ready for our final takeoff, rise and ascend out of the lower realities. With those that have prepared and have trained well, holding the field. It's happening, beloveds. Keep focusing on your biggest dreams and visions. The only thing we should be expecting now are massive miracles unfolding. Believing is seeing. Eternal love and blessings, Ramona. And from Divine Butler of the Light, Pars Kute. The new golden age has yet to be birthed, and much labor is still being experienced. It will indeed come forth from the birth canal of Source. However, for some it will be a wonderful, easy birth. For others it will be by forced cesarean section. Whatever the case, Source is continuing the rebirthing of creation, and paradise on earth is at hand. As we are keeping our focus on the heart and on love, compassion, and peace. Together we are now creating a grid of light that will lift consciousness on earth through the gate and into the next cycle of creation and manifestation. Within divine love of one, Pars Kute. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Sitara Lutz. Coming out of the Matrix. As the old Matrix slowly unfolds before our eyes, the human species has reached a crucial point. The separation between the agenda of evil and the agenda of light has become quite clear. From the beginning, ever since our controllers established themselves on earth, it has been a bread and circus. This comes from the time the powerful Roman Empire took power. In other words, the Roman government kept the population happy and alienated by handing out free food and putting on big shows. Sound familiar? But the choice is truly ours and always has been. Would you rather live in the matrix hell or the paradise of Eden? We all have free will, but if we are using all our energy to support the matrix, its free will is null and ineffective. Brilliant trick of deception. The matrix depends on the contribution of negative energy from each human being to recreate themselves every day. This negative energy is emotions, fear-based emotions. The elites, global controllers, don't want us to succeed by breaking and achieving personal freedom. They look at the human species achieving personal freedom like a virus in their beloved matrix. They try their hardest to maintain the truth that this matrix we are forced into living in is nothing more than a holographic game that feeds on the lower consciousness of fear. The drama of the old matrix is the perfect ploy to keep us down. Your bills, insurance, debts, policies, etc., they are all fear-based and therefore support the matrix. Basically, the controllers have invaded Eden and installed a fear-based deceptive program into our consciousness and became the top of every hierarchy as the human species descended deeper and deeper into the density of darkness. This means that the higher consciousness of the human population could no longer communicate with the fear-based lower unconscious state we have become. We were told through the myth that Eden was a legendary place and inaccessible to the human race because we sinned. Instead, we have been programmed to live within the limitations of the matrix created by these controllers. In our past, anyone who taught freedom, liberation, and personal sovereignty was removed from the earth, thus stopping the infection of the spread of freedom and liberation. These controllers have taken away our connection to the earth and our respect for life, the Eden within. The social structure of the matrix is heavy and rigid, and the avatars, workers of light, are like icebreakers cutting through the matrix glaciers. Ice is beginning to break and melt, and because water is a higher vibrational state than ice, we are rising in frequency. We are starting to remember that we have the power to create worlds. For all of you watching 1111, it's a gateway to a new reality guarded by angels, guides. In other words, you're being prepared to keep that new Eden vibe. For those of you holding this frequency, you are shifting this matrix from an existence of fear to an existence of love and abundance. No one else is going. You are responsible for creating Eden when you start releasing the drama and fear of that 3D circus. You are living in a higher state of consciousness. Remember, you are not responsible for other people's choices. We are watching this matrix collapse because of the increased frequency that many are reaching with their free will. Those who choose to resist are only following their path and believe they will live their creation. Your promise. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Sarah Adams. Energy update by the Pleiadian Syrian Arcturian Council of Light. We are here now. We love you. We are you from your future to assist you on your path. You are stepping more and more into your creator abilities, and with that you will have more and more opportunities to create your divine New Earth reality. What does your divine New Earth look like? We can observe the momentum that each one of you is creating already, and each individual has the potential to experience it. When you desire a specific reality, you are either moving towards it or away from it. There are many things you can do to experience what you are asking for. 1. Know what you wish to create. 2. Decree what you wish to create. 3. Feel what it will be like to live your manifestation. 4. Allow for your I Am presence in the beings of the higher realms to bring it to you. 5. Remain in harmony for as much as you can. 6. Appreciate everything you already have in your life. 7. Don't give attention to what contradicts your desired reality. 8. Trust the process. We understand that humans have been conditioned to make things happen. However, the more you are staying out of the way and instead are focusing on just being in harmony and appreciation for as much as you can and trust the process, you are speeding up your manifestations tremendously. We are holding the vision of the divine new earth with you, and from our vantage point, it is glorious. We are with you every step of the way. You are loved beyond measure. We are with you always. We love you. We are you. Namaste. Thank you, Pleiadian, Sirian, Arcturian Council of Light, from TelosChannel.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Judith Kusel. The energies are skyrocketing, and the old cannot hold form anymore. And as the cracks are appearing everywhere, all will disintegrate which cannot ascend into the higher dimensional state. Let go of the old. Flow with the new, even if it feels like you are being liquidized. What is being left behind is the old you. What is being formed and emerging is the new you. Stay centered in the heart and soul. From JudithKusel.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Ali Ray. What if every tear ever cried from a child for the love of a father, daddy, or papa created the potential for the most incredible, nurturing, tender, and loving expressions of these that have ever existed? What if each and every tear was never truly in vain? What if hiding right before our eyes, this love we have all longed for the expression of was seated and budding below the surface right under our noses, and literally right there in the heart? And what if this love has been blooming and can truly be seen out there amongst what appears to be the same old world? What if the new world is actually here now, simply hiding in plain sight? And what if all we have to do to truly see and feel this love is to boldly and completely open our own hearts? I tell you, precious hearts, that there is not a moment that I do not see and feel this new world, and I know that it is there with you, within you too. And in this moment in particular, I am singing the song of the Father, Daddy, Papa, Baba. I am celebrating the beautiful loving tenderness of the true one, whose expression is being lived through the beautiful hearts of the precious humans in these sacred and shared experiences. Love is, love is, love is. God is, God is, God is. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Karen Lithica. Can you feel the upgrades? Wonderful light is entering our reality, empowering, expanding frequencies. Sun gaze, ground and align to the higher light codes. An important opportunity to receive guidance and vibrational awareness from your soul family. Be open to teachings, synchronicity, soul family signs and messages. Cellular light expansion and healing is available to everyone awakened to receiving higher light healing. Attuned to nature to seek guidance and a way forward. I ask you to feel within this new light liberation, higher light expansion, as we collectively awaken to the greater knowing of who we are, to acknowledge the great progress. We as a light collective to live in a heart space of purity and light as we join in global unity. Shine our light, love for your day, global family. Love, equal unity. The Arcturians and Karen from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. You may be faced with having to make some quick, sudden choices today, or see the results from past choices made. Either way, you have attained successful completion of recovering your power, passion, and drive. Cosmic expansion is flooding the consciousness and grounding through your root chakra, exposing the deception that you've left. There's no holding you back from these source codes that are revealing themselves. Choosing the higher path for yourself is now activating your Kundalini Chi and getting the creative juices flowing. The masculine and feminine within are unified and want to produce together. You can utilize this by outputting your ideas in the way your essence wants to express itself. The matrix systems that were barricading movement and suppressing your desires to start anew are neutralizing. Even though we may not see this materialized quite yet, In your spirit, you may feel the limitless expansion suddenly available. This is the opportunity to plan, prepare, and get started. What you start now will bring long-term success, stability, and abundant supply. Then when final endings and balance are complete, you will be ready to go and launch ahead. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. God bless you, Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Adrian Elise. Gaia Daily, June 27th through July 1st, Abundant Spiritual Joy. This week's new moon has the moon and the sun close to Black Moon Lilith in Cancer. We are facing our deepest, darkest delusions around our identity. The sun and the moon are also an exact square to Jupiter at 7 degrees Aries. We are trying to expand into our personal empowerment, but dark, unresolved aspects of our psyche are keeping us from fully receiving our own abundance. The sun and the moon are also enshrined to asteroid Vesta in Pisces, speaking to a harmonized path to get back on our highest spiritual quest. We couldn't move forward before because we weren't in alignment with our greatest potential. Now we are realizing. Venus in Gemini is in square to Vesta, telling us that it is our feminine that is needing to be coaxed along, back into expression. Venus in sextile to Jupiter says we have no choice but to expand back into our spiritual gifts. It's a washing away of shame and fear programming that have kept us from remembering our intuitive potential. Mercury in Gemini is in sextile to Chiron. Healing our disempowerment is how we come back to our confident voice. Expressing ourselves is how we take back our power. Mars in Aries is in sextile to Saturn for this new moon. All will be coming up into a powerful square with Pluto just after. As we move into the month of July, we are finding the gumption to break down the walls of the old structures that have been holding us back from fully living. It's about landing a whole new timeline. Everything is speaking to the hope that comes from healing our deepest psychic wounds around whether or not we are good enough and whether or not we deserve to receive. We are realizing that instead of a search for something outside of us, that actually we are the bounty and the blessings. It is up to us to first drink from the cup that we came to demonstrate to humanity. The Sabian symbol for the placement of this new moon at 7 degrees Cancer is two fairies dancing on a moonlit night. Everything about this new moon is asking, what is keeping you from claiming your abundant spiritual joy? From AdrianElise.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Thomas Sokowitz. A major gift and blessing of Pluto and Capricorn square Mars and Aries that we currently have going on for the rest of this week is its ability to help bring up for processing and healing any ancient and repressed fears we may still be holding regarding our physical bodies. Holding these inner fears or programs in unconditional love and neutrality will shift your personal timeline and also assist the entire collective and beyond. We are also being called to take a new, even more powerful command, ownership, responsibility of all our bodies, especially in psychic higher realms, mental layers, emotional, physical, as anything from the external that seems to be imposing itself, invading our space, programs, implants, fears, find its root within, clear and realigned to the highest and best updates being made available to you at this time. Bless Michael. And from Divine Sister of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Mercury in Gemini sextile Chiron in Aries. Mars in Aries sextile Saturn retrograde in Aquarius. It's time to get serious. Construct a plan to hammer out details and preempt obstacles. Slow down, pause for breath. Any delay or slow pace is there for a reason. Sometimes we need longer than we think to crystallize intentions. Sort out our priorities from our overall responsibilities. Strengthen your boundaries. Use what you have learned. Teach others what you know. This is an opportunity to fortify your courage through self-discipline and a mature approach. Harness your willpower. Get into the driving seat of your life. Create a strategy and stick to it. Every time doubt threatens to steal motivation, remind yourself, I can do this. Give yourself tangible goals. Channel your passion. 144 coming in from LeahWhitehorse.com. And from Harmonic Convergence 2020 through 2028, Sun, Venus, Moon synchronization across space and time. And another spectacular display of the beauty, elegance, and coherence embedded into the synchronic order. The entrance to the 13th moon on the current galactic year is also synchronizing on the Tzolk'in count with the start of the 13-day cycle of the sun, Keens 40 through 52. And with a breathtaking Venus-Moon conjunction taking place as sunspot region 3040 is facing Earth. These alignments as we enter the 13th moon of the new Sirius cycle, 1.34, serve as celestial markers signaling precisely a 134 Tzolk'in countdown to the next Venus transit across the sun in the year 2117. How is this? 1 Ajah, the most sacred day of Venus. Keen 41 Sun is the analog of 1 Ajah, a 1 Ahau, and the most sacred day of Venus for the ancient Maya. According to the research of author and Maya scholar John Major Jenkins, 1 Ajah used to signal the rising of Venus as the morning star every 104 years, to complete one sacred Venus round. In 104 years, Venus completes 13 pentagrams. These 13 star pentagrams correspond to 65 Earth plus Venus conjunctions and 169, 13 times 13, Venus orbits around the Sun. 169 minus 65 equals 104, Venus round frequency. 134 Tzolk'ins to the next Venus transit. Venus transits are events of very rare occurrence and therefore very special significance. The next transit will occur on exactly 134 Tzolk'ins in the future on December 10th, 2117, NS 3.26.5.26, Keen 41, 40 plus 1 during the 128th anniversary of the discovery of the law of time. This is a special harmonic significance considering the multiple synchronic factors surrounding this stargate. 40 is the total number of petals on the pentagrammic eightfold rosebud mandala that Venus and Earth draw in heaven every 8 years. If we include the center of the bud, we arrive to 41 sections. 40 days is the average duration of the Venus retro phase. 40 equals 5 times 8. Within the cosmology of time, number 5 represents the fifth force, synchronic G-force, and the number 8 defines the galactic tone or octave. 40 petals, 40 days, 40 years. Last 3rd of June 2020 on Keen 6513 Serpent, we closed the 8-year pentagonal cycle since the rare Venus transit 2012 through 2020. This was the first out of 5 pentagonal cycles contained within 40 years, 2012 through 2052. These 40 years are distributed in 5 stages or cycles, coded by the 5 colors of the cosmology of time within the Venus star matrix. And from 13 moon peace time, welcome to the cosmic turtle moon of presence, the 13th and final moon of the 13 moon calendar. This moon holds the power of cosmic transcendence, where we radiate our authentic presence. We are winding down the yellow electric seed year in preparation for the entry into the red self-existing moon year, where new visions take form. The self-existing moon year will be the 3rd year of the 9-year vision map that spans 2020 through 2029. This vision was put out in response to the urgency of the time we are living. We are at a time when all falsity and outdated belief systems are exposed and brought to the light of consciousness. The static dynamics of what we have known as reality is disintegrating. We are in a great transition from one time to another. Change is the only constant. Change implies time and the changing of time. Change is time in action. The 9-year vision map outlines a parallel universe potentiality. It serves as a bridge as we move from one stage to the next, also known as the biosphere through noosphere transition. The totem animal for this moon is the turtle. The turtle is the great keeper of time, carrying 13 moons on the back of its shell. The turtle also reminds us to stay grounded with the earth. In the pulsar geometry, the 13th tone represents the conclusion of the 4th dimensional time pulsar, tones 1, 5, 9, 13, readying us to take magic flight into a new year and new consciousness. This moon concludes with the day out of time, Keen 68, the day to celebrate peace through culture and universal forgiveness. Cosmic history quote for Moon 13, Day 1. To be the cosmic person is to dwell in and be informed by the absolute in all matters. From 13moonpeacetime.com. And today from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 40, Yellow Magnetic Sun. The number 1 is called magnetic, and its key words are unify, attract, and purpose. The first day of a wave spell really sets the tone for the whole 13-day journey, and this journey is one of revelations. Every day of this wave spell has the potential to be a light bulb day, where the light shines on things that were previously in the shadows. Expect answers to come to you. As it is the first day, remember to set your intentions. What is it that you really need to know? If you don't ask the question, how will you receive the answer? The number 1 represents unity, and the first day sets an agenda that reigns over the whole wave spell. The days in between have their own meaning, of course, but we must always remember the context in which they are occurring. Today is Yellow Sun, which represents enlightenment, life, and universal fire. Yellow Sun days are so helpful. I enjoy them personally because whatever I am doing, it's always beneficial to have the sun illuminating the path ahead, making it much easier to see. Don't be surprised today if you suddenly find a way forward after stumbling in the dark for some time. I always get my best ideas on Yellow Sun days. They seem to just pop into my head. May the information you receive during this whole 13-day process enable you to see the light. It's like a vacation in the sun, except you don't have to leave home. Today's guide is also the Yellow Sun, and so it's a double dose of enlightenment. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, Yellow Magnetic Sun, 1 Ahau, Keen 40, 27th of June 2022. Here comes the sun, attracting enlightenment. 27/6/2022 equal 966 equal 912 equal 93 equal 12 equal 3. 963 Nikola Tesla Universal Code. Day codes 27 Power, Leadership, Command. 9 Completion, Destiny, Service, Grace. 12 Acquiring Strength, Wisdom. 3 Holy Triad, Joy, Creativity, Divine. Month year code 6 Heaven, Christ, Family, Romance, Fertility. 12 3 20 The Awakening, Clear Vision. 22 Architect of Peace, Master Builder. Keen 40 equal 4 Angelic, Form, Structure, Foundation. 0 God, Source. 9 months ago, Keen 40 aligned with the 1010 manifestation portal on the 10th of October 2021, so the manifestation energies are ripe through this window in time. Another huge planetary day, a brilliant day of empowerment and stepping into the light. Lots of empowering divine codes to facilitate greater sovereignty for humanity. Cosmic birth of the new angelic human. An extremely fortuitous day which is potently spiritual, as we have a triple Yellow Sun code happening today, heralding a new era of light and full sovereignty. Today we commence our next 13-day wave spell journey. This time it is the yellow sun wave spell, which is guiding us on our journey to enlightenment filled with bliss and joy. This is the 4th wave spell in the sacred Zolkeen calendar in this hugely transformational transition period. In this cycle of the yellow sun, Ahau, we commence counting the days of radiant light. We are now changing our focus from darkness to light, as our days and minds are flooded with these solar ascension codes, continuing to activate our accelerated ascension. Ahau is empowering us to be sovereign beings, connected to Source and all that is, as independent self. We shall complete our total metamorphosis and rise on the 13th day as yellow cosmic angelic humans. Day 1 in the yellow sun wave spell is the one that kicks off the journey, reminding us to focus on unity, equality, and love. Today we set forth our dreams, desires, purpose, and wishes for the next 13 days. What level of evolution are you seeking to attain during the course of this wave spell? How can you attract a better, more joyous, and spiritually fulfilling life? Get ready, planetary kin. The best is about to unfold. It is time for more happiness and optimism in our sunny lives. Let the sun shine in. Tone of creation, magnetic is tone number 1 in the spiritual realm. As we initiate a new wave spell cycle, power attracts, action unifies, essence purpose. Day 1 of a new wave spell always starts with the magnetic tone of purpose. In the beginning was the One. From out of nothing here one comes, spinning happily, magnetizing all that it requires for more excellent adventuring. Once strong in purpose, all will effortlessly come together. The magnetic tone is all about attraction, attracting everything that you require to fulfill your purpose and your goals, people, resources, relationships, money, support, and all that you can imagine. The attraction seeks to unify all as one. Thus magnetic kin have a very strong connection to Source, and a gravitational pull to return there and bring all their buddies with them. The power of one is very strong today as it unites us all as one humanity. Note, all these beautiful codes will be present during this entire 13-day cycle, so get ready for more sunny transformation through the magnetic power of love and light. Today's question is, what can I magnetize in order to attract a better life, filled with bliss and joy, becoming fully enlightened to fulfill my divine purpose? Divine blessings for your magical magnetic attraction of absolute bliss. Go forth and shine your light brightly, dear illumined star bliss suns. Bring forth your luminosity in order to radiate and enlighten those around you and our beloved planet Gaia. In la ketch a la keen, Christina White Magnetic World Bridger, Keen 66, Keen 40, Yellow Magnetic Sun. The mantra, the code for today is, I unify in order to enlighten, attracting life. I seal the matrix of universal fire with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by the power of my own power doubled. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're feeling, what you're seeing, your visions, your dreams, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions, and we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges and donations we're able to continue this work. I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sister of the Light, Micheila Carrington, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. If you'd like to help support us and help us continue bringing these transmissions to the world daily, you can make a monthly pledge to our Patreon page at whitegoldeagle.com. I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Barbara Schworer, for another donation. Thank you very much, Divine Sister. We appreciate you and your continued support. and we appreciate all of you that continue to support us in this great work and mission. If you'd like to support us with a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal account at eaglelovecondor.com. I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Sandy Haynes, for your super thanks donation today. Thank you very much. And I'd like to also thank Divine Sister of the Light, Queen City Chris, for your donation, your super thanks donation. Thank you very much. Now, if you'd like to support us with a super thanks donation, the link is located under every video. The heart that says thanks, you can click on there and make a donation through YouTube. 444 coming in. We are truly grateful and appreciate all the support and donations we receive. Every dollar helps support us in our great mission of awakening humanity and assisting Gaia and all her children in this ascension process. So thank you all very much. We couldn't be doing this work without you and your support. I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You could purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. Now we're going to complete today's transmission with powerful codes from Divine Sister of the Light, Aurelia. Adama. The ray of illumination represents God wisdom, true knowledge and enlightenment in all its various facets. It represents Christ consciousness illumination, understanding, perception, and peace from the heart of God's omniscience. It is literally an unlimited extension of the mind of God. Many of the souls incarnating on the ray of illumination by divine appointment become teachers of humanity. A great number of the masters of wisdom you are familiar with, who have incarnated in the past as great teachers for humanity, are beings whose main soul pathway is the ray of illumination. To name a few, you have the Master Jesus, Yeshua, Sananda, 2,000 years ago, Lord Maitreya, Lord Buddha, Lord Confucius, Dwal Kul, Lord Lanto, Master Kutumi, and many others. Masters of all the rays have also incarnated from time to time to become teachers of humanity, because humanity must learn to understand and master the initiations of all the rays in perfect balance in order to qualify for the ascension. Everyone has been created on one of the 12 rays, and millions of beings exist on each one. Understand that there is not one ray better than another, like some of you would like to believe. All of the rays must be embodied, understood, and integrated equally. The illumination ray is connected with the crown chakra, known as the 1,000-petal lotus flame. As you invoke the illumination ray in your crown, the 1,000 petals of your crown chakra start the process of being illuminated again. By expanding more of your potential of reconnection with the true mind of God, which has been lying dormant within you for thousands of years. However, it never left you, and this is what you want to awaken now. All the pockets of darkness you have embedded there through ignorance are basically pockets of the sleeping consciousness that prevent you from experiencing the mind of God in its pure form. When you invoke the illumination ray in your crown chakra and in the totality of your consciousness, and set your intention to reawaken all the attributes of your divinity, your higher self will use the energies you are invoking to gradually lighten and activate the dark pockets that have been lying dormant there for very long. From the 7 sacred flames of Aurelia. Thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. 73 into the 37 coming in, heaven descending upon earth to meet us in the middle. Have a most beautiful and blessed new moon in Cancer tomorrow on this powerful day of divine goddess energies and the new earth frequencies. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step, and keep shining your light brightly into the night. Be sure to make this day and every day the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.